Telling the truth would hurt someone you cared about. Would you do it, or would you lie? Mr. and Mrs. Johnson cornered me in the student parking lot after school one afternoon. My best friend Darcy, their daughter, was nowhere to be seen. I always felt weird around Darcy's parents. Being around them felt like they had some huge secret I wasn't aware of. Eva, Mr. Johnson said, clearing his throat, we need to talk. I glanced around, searching for my best friend. Where's Darcy? I asked. He shrugged, looking a little uncomfortable. It doesn't matter. We're here for you. The way he said that made a shiver travel up and down my spine. What can I do for you? I asked stiffly. Mrs. Johnson climbed out of the car. Your father, she said sharply. Our youngest Josh needs to see a specialist, but everywhere else is booked. We need an in with your father. He's the only one taking new patients right now. I stared at them. My dad has a 10-month waiting list, I said. You can speed up the process, Mrs. Johnson said with a sly look on her face. He'll listen to you. They were looking at me like they expected me to just do this for them, like I owed them or something. I shook my head slowly. I can't help you, I said coldly. After everything we've done for you, Mrs. Johnson suddenly hissed. After our daughter befriended you? You owe us. I froze for a second, wondering what she meant by that. I decided to ignore her and hop in my car. I called Darcy as I drove home and told her what happened. What? She screeched in my ear. I can't believe they would do that. We made a little bit of small talk after that, but I couldn't help thinking about the last thing Mrs. Jackson had said to me, about Darcy befriending me and me owing her. I couldn't ask Darcy straight up about it because she would just deny the whole thing, and I'd end up believing her completely. I had to investigate. A few days later, I was hanging out in Darcy's bedroom when she headed to the bathroom, leaving her phone on her bed. I hesitated for a second before picking it up and unlocking it. It wasn't hard to figure out her passcode. I pulled up her text thread with her mom, and I know it was wrong, but something wasn't right about this whole thing. My heart dropped when I read a few messages between Darcy and her mom. Her mom was asking her if she was friends with me yet. Darcy replied that she was working on it and I was being stubborn about letting her in. Her mom told her to try harder. Darcy came out of the bathroom and froze when she saw the phone in my hand. What are you doing? She demanded. I stared at her with tears in my eyes. What is the meaning of this? I asked hoarsely. Is our friendship fake? Panic flashed across her face and she quickly shook her head. Of course not, she yelled. You're my best friend. I love you. I didn't fully believe her, but I let it go because I hated conflict. Her mom called her downstairs a moment later. She looked reluctant to go, but she had no choice. While she was talking to her mom, I entered her closet and began searching for the diary she had in 8th grade when we met. I found it hidden under a pile of dirty clothes and I flipped through some pages. I slammed the book shut after reading about 3 pages. I couldn't stomach her lies anymore. She wrote about how she didn't want to be friends with a weird girl whose dad is a surgeon, but she had to because her parents told her to. But at least she was getting paid for it, right? I gagged in the closet and crawled back into the bedroom. While Darcy was distracted by her mom, I slipped out of the window and ran home. I couldn't be around her right now. She called me several times that night, but I turned my phone off and stuck it in my desk. I was pissed and hurt, and I didn't know what to do. Eventually, I told my dad about the whole thing, tears running down my cheeks. His face grew red with anger. He made 2 calls that night. One was to a specialist that was scheduled to see Darcy's younger brother. He made sure the specialist canceled on them. Then he called the other specialists in the city and told them about the Johnsons and what they did. Darcy met me at my locker the next day, mascara running down her face and snot dripping down her nose. Her eyes were red and puffy from crying. You ruined my life, she snarled. I stared at her coldly. You were paid to be my friend, I said quietly. I got revenge. She suddenly lunged forward, slapping me hard across the face. I held my cheek as it burned. You and I are done, she snapped. Yes, we are, I agreed calmly. She got suspended for a week because of that slap, and when she got back, the whole school knew what she had done to me. Her younger brother sent me a text one day apologizing for his family. He was only 9 and more mature than his parents and sister. I went home that day and begged my dad to give the boy an appointment.